All right. Welcome to episode 3 of the Game Pulse podcast. We are back. Reid Kelly along with Chad Harris. Chad, say hi.
And we back.
We're back. There's some things that were going on since we last touched base. NFL schedule is officially released. The NBA conference finals are officially underway as we speak. Spurs and Thunder are playing right now. And that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. So without further ado, let's get into some NBA Western Conference, Eastern Conference finals predictions. We can start with the Western Conference finals, Chad.
Okay.
Spurs versus the Thunder. I think it's going to be a great series.
Same.
How do you see it going?
How do I see it going, or how do I want it to go? Those are two different questions.
Do both.
Yeah. So the way I want it to go is I want it to go Spurs in 7. That's what I want to say in my heart. What I think is going to happen is Thunder in 6, which is going to kill me. But I think the Thunder win it all. So I got to kind of stick with the Thunder.
Okay. So your official prediction is Thunder in 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's your head. Okay.
Yeah.
I texted you this earlier. I'm going Spurs in 7. I think it's going to, I think regardless, it's going to be a really close series. This is going to be this will probably determine who the champion is.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the Knicks Cavs series in a second, but I don't know. These teams are really good. And even watching
this game has been great.
Yeah. Even watching the first half of this game, to watch, we see it all the time, but to watch the Thunder players drive and not even try to put up a shot because they know Wemby's in front of them or behind them.
Close. Yeah.
It affects the entire game. And I think that's why it goes 7. I'm hoping the Spurs get through. So Spurs in 7 is my official prediction. It's going to be a great series. I'm obviously more excited about this series than the next one that we're about to talk about. Knicks Cavs. Cavs just came off winning Game 7 in Detroit. Detroit put up the biggest stinker I've seen in Game 7 in a pretty long time. They came off the 7-game series with Orlando. Jalen Duren is just butt water. I don't understand how he's so ass all of a sudden. And I think he might be due for an extension. And it's how do you give him $30 million a year? I don't know how much Jared Allen is making, but I would rather have him over Jalen Duren. And I think Jared Allen's probably around $25 million a year. You can check me on that. But I just don't see how you can pay that dude. He had a great regular season. I just don't see how you can pay him upwards of $35 million a year.
Yeah. Okay. So Jared Allen, 28 million. Then 28. Next year goes to 30, and the year after goes to 32.
Okay. So before your prediction for this series, right now, gun to your head, if you had to pick Jalen Duren or Jared Allen, I know they're two completely different players, but who would you pick?
You have to go with Jared Allen.
Yeah, if you're putting him on the Suns.
Yes.
Yeah, Jared Allen.
You have to.
Yeah. So, with all of this talk being said, how do you see that series going?
I don't know, man. I think the Knicks could win in. I don't want to say it because it sounds crazy, but I think the Knicks could win in 4. Conservatively, I'll say 5, but I think Donovan Mitchell and James Harden could pop for a game, and that alone could win you 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them winning more than that. But I really am looking forward to watching the Knicks Thunder play because that's ultimately what I think it's going to be.
Yep. Yeah. Same. I think my official prediction would probably be Knicks in 6.
Yeah.
I could see it being a sweep for sure. It really depends on how James Harden played. I mean, he had a horrible game 7 that just happened
Bad.
to be a blowout, so
Yeah.
nobody's talking about it. So, you know, it could be competitive for sure. It also depends on, like, you know, what Knicks team shows up. They've been blowing teams out of the water,
Dude,
obviously. They swept
they've
the
been playing
76ers.
really good.
So we'll see. I mean, I think we're kind of headed towards a Knicks finals appearance, which would be crazy. I think New York would
Yeah.
go insane. But like the Cavs, you know, we've seen crazier things. I mean,
Yeah.
I know thinking about last year, like the Pacers team was a whole different ball game, but like I didn't expect the Pacers to make it to the NBA finals and take the
Dude, not at all.
Oklahoma City Thunder to 7.
I mean, if
So
you think Halliburton stays healthy,
yeah, they might have won that
it's a
game.
series. Yeah.
Yeah, it was getting crazy. Um, you know, thinking about Detroit, they just don't have, and I think I've said this in a previous pod that we had, but like they just don't have shooters to spread the floor. Like
No.
Asar Thompson can't shoot, great
Nope.
defender. He can't
Yeah.
shoot. He can't shoot anything. Then you have Beef Stew who can't shoot. Then you have Jalen Duren who doesn't shoot. So it's like, yeah, Duncan Robinson, sure, dude,
Yeah.
sure. Um,
Typical white guy.
yeah, it's like, yeah, he's the shooter, of course, but that's all he does. Like he's not playing defense. Like he's not doing.
No.
So I think Asar Thompson needs a jump shot. They need to be able to spread the floor because then it's just Cade Cunningham, and then you see what happens. So we'll see what they decide to do later in the or going into the off season, how they retool, and they'll probably, I would assume they would run it back. I don't know if they're going to extend Jalen Duren to $35 million a year.
Dude,
we'll see. It's like one of those things where it's like you see it happen in the NFL a lot. Like, for example, when the Dolphins paid Tua for no reason whatsoever, and then
disaster.
And then it puts your franchise in shambles because you're paying this one player
for
so
years.
much. Yeah, for years, and they didn't prove anything or whatever. I would be like, dude, you sunk it up in the playoffs. Like, yeah, you might be second, third team All NBA this year. You had a great regular season, but how can we rely on you when shit counts?
I'm telling you, if the Cardinals pay Jacoby Brissett anything like this, I'm going to lose my shit.
Okay, so let's segue into the NFL. We had the schedule released last week, a couple days ago. Chad obviously being the Cardinals fan, me being the Panthers fan. I don't think we've officially gone through like our predictions, and we can do that in a pod later this week. But before we even talk Cardinals, before we even talk Panthers, let me give you just a few week 1 games, maybe a couple primetime games throughout the year. And we can just quickly go over some predictions, how we kind of see these teams playing out this year. So week 1, first game of the new season will be a rematch of the Super Bowl, Patriots versus Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are going to smoke them. It's at Seattle. Yeah.
It's going to be a disaster for the Patriots.
I agree. So we'll keep moving. Then we have the international game on September 10th in Melbourne, Australia. 49ers Rams on Netflix. Of course, now we all know by this time, especially watching the NBA playoffs, you have to have every single streaming service known to man. Ridiculous. You know, I think this is like another one of those games where it's hard to tell early in the season like who's going to win, who's not, especially when especially when you're flying across the world. So that could be up in the air as well. I would probably lean towards the team with the best run game, which I think would be 49ers.
Oh my God.
Especially
you think the 49ers are going to beat the Rams?
Yes, I think here's my whole take is like early in the season, especially week 1, when things are more just like, you know, like these guys they're not playing in the preseason. Like shit's not that serious for them until they start playing in the regular season. And I think run game is heavy. especially when we think week 1, week 2. So I think it might be the 49ers. Do you think the Rams will
Brock
win?
Purdy. Yeah. I don't.
Listen, I'm
I'm
not a Brock
taking
Purdy
Matt
fan,
Stafford and that
yeah,
Rams defense over the
you
Niners.
you can take his old ass all you want. We'll see what happens there. Great game for the Panthers week 1. Bears Panthers. I don't know how many times we're gonna see the Bryce Young trade with the Bears.
Yep.
Yeah, that whole trade that happened. This will probably be the
That
last
could be
time
a
we see
really
it.
good game.
It's going to be a good game, I think. You know, the Panthers have their retooled defense. Bryce Young is going to be playing for his contract this year. We didn't extend him, which was expected. I know that was like a huge thing online a couple of days ago, but like, nope, that was not the plan to pay him until after this season.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, whenever they decide to, but this is kind of like the prove it year for him. He's been up and down. He's been benched. He has played really well. He played his way the team into the playoffs last year with, you know, I mean, you had the rookie of the year, you had T-Mac, but I think we're kind of retooled. He has more confidence now. The Panthers are known to put up, especially under Dave Canales, week 1 stinkers, especially Bryce. So we'll see, but it's at home. They got a shot. The Bears are going to be good though. So I think it'll be a good game.
I think the Bears are going to be good.
Do you think the Bears win that game?
Yeah, I think the Bears win that game.
I saw this tweet and I forgot what they were ranking NFL quarterbacks, and I'm going to look it up real quick because I think Bryce Young was around like 20 something.
Do you think?
Let me see.
How do you feel about that?
I
think it's tough because he plays well at the end of the year.
Let's go through this real quick. Yeah, let's go through this real quick because I think it'll be interesting. We'll quickly pass through the top like 10, right?
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Josh Allen. These are obvious. Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford. And this is just right now. I don't care about age. I'm not a Drake May believer. I know he was an MVP candidate last year. Like he played really well. They played no one, and I think this year will be the year where we're like, okay, yeah, he's for real, and
he's either good or he's not.
Yeah. So Drake May argument there, for sure. Dak, yes. Joe Burrow, yes. Jordan Love, my opinion, yes. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that one. Caleb Williams.
Think this year will have to be a deciding factor for me for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely. I mean, for the number 1 pick in the draft a couple of years ago, he's definitely fallen short.
For sure.
Of whatever expectations. So last year he had 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 4,000 yards. I mean, he was fine. But they just haven't put it together. Like I'm never like, oh no, we're playing the Jaguars. We're scared of Trevor Lawrence. Caleb Williams, I mean, he had a good year last year.
He did.
We'll see this year. I could make an argument for either. I would pick Bryce Young, obviously.
Homer.
Yeah. Jared Goff. No.
No. Yeah. I don't know about that one.
Like, sure.
I mean,
I don't know.
He's your typical right now game manager.
Yeah. He's not going to.
If he didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon-Ra, which I know you can say that for most people, like if you didn't have this guy or this guy, but he's not the, the quarterback he is without those dudes.
No, he's not putting the game in his hands and like winning it. Like if Jared Goff was on the Panthers, I don't know if I would have supreme confidence in him, like going out to win a game for us.
No,
he's good though.
You're looking at someone else to come in after him.
Yeah. CJ Stroud. No, I don't think CJ Stroud is good.
Absolutely not.
So that was one where I saw like this Instagram reel of these dudes talking on a podcast like we were, and they were like, CJ Stroud. Yeah, of course. Sam Darnold it's a yes.
I mean, he has to.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, I would pick Bryce Young over Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry.
You have a hatred for Jalen Hurts.
You put him on any other team, I don't think he's doing what he's doing.
Tush push for the win, right?
I don't think he's doing what he's doing. He's a role player. Okay. Brock Purdy, I'm also a Brock Purdy hater, and I think he's also a system quarterback. So no.
100%.
Baker Mayfield, also no. He was already on the Panthers. In fairness,
he has good games, and I think he plays consistent now, which is probably why he's up there.
Jaden Daniels, we're on number 18, by the way. No,
I'd pick
I'm
Bryce
not taking
over
Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I'm not taking Jaden. Kyler Murray. Don't even. Dude, don't even. We're moving past that. That's stupid.
Yeah,
it's like Daniel Jones. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
he had one good year and then ripped his entire Achilles apart.
Yeah.
So no. Bo Nix, no. Also, I feel like there's a lot of recency bias here.
100%.
Aaron Rodgers, no. And then we finally have Bryce.
They have Bryce 23. After all of these dudes?
Yeah, and you know what's funny is like this might be the wrong thing. Like this is all based on like quarterback rating last year and like yards and all that.
It's all recently biased, like you said.
Okay, question. Would you take Tyler Shuck over Bryce Young right now?
No, not right now. He hasn't proved it.
So that was another one that I saw where they were like, yeah, Tyler Shuck for sure. And it's like, dude, what do you like?
I mean,
I don't know, dude.
He's played well for what? 8 games, 9 games, something like that.
Yeah, half a season.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those things where obviously me watching the Panthers every single week like understands how Bryce Young plays, but like he's been in situations that are not good. You like think about this is the first I guess second, like Dave Canales been the coach for a couple of years, but it's like you have to be at a culture where you're like not switching offensive coordinators every single year, not switching head coaches every single year. And that's kind of what happened early in his career where it's like all this shit's going on. And then year one, you're throwing it to like DJ Chark and Robbie Anderson. So and you're just like, okay, dude, like he doesn't have the supporting cast around him. And I think Bryce Young is one of those dudes where you think about him at Alabama. And yeah, Alabama's Alabama. Like they're always super, like especially the Nick Saban years. But he had playmakers around him. And I don't know if Bryce Young's going to be a dude that's like a Josh Allen or like a Cam Newton was. But if you build the right team around him with people that he can just get the ball to, and that number one starts with protection, which I think you saw the offensive line improve last year. And in turn, Bryce played better. We won the NFC South, losing record, but I don't give a shit. Like we still made a playoff game.
And we beat that.
I mean, we beat the Rams in the regular season. Like he's had really good games. He has a single season passing yard record for the Panthers now against the Falcons last year. So this is a prove year for Bryce, and I wasn't expecting to just go on a whole Bryce Young spiel, but to rank him 23rd or in the 20s, I think is ridiculous.
I think that's
I see him as like 15.
Who would you? That's a little. Up
I think
there.
he's a 15. Who would I what?
Yeah, I was gonna say out of that, 7, 8 guys, who's ahead of him? Who would you truly have it ahead of him?
Like Patrick Mahomes.
No, I mean like from like 15 back.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Like 15 to like 32.
No, like 15 to where Bryce is.
Oh, okay.
There's got to be some arguments.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Okay. CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. Yes.
Yeah. That one's you're gonna have a little bit of an argument there.
There's an argument. Like, yeah, he's won a Super Bowl. Like, whatever, dude. But like,
I think for sure right now, the way CJ Stroud plays, yes. I think Jalen Hurts, that's a little bit more on the fence.
It could be on the fence, sure.
Yeah.
I'm just taking him. And if anybody wants to come on this podcast and debate it, sure. Let's go. Sam Darnold, yes. I would pick Sam Darnold at this point, which is crazy. I would not. Brock Purdy's next. I would not take Brock Purdy over Bryce Young.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield, I'm taking Bryce Young over Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels, I'm taking Bryce Young over Jaden Daniels. He gets hurt too much.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, I'm taking Bryce Young over Kyler Murray any day of the week.
I don't know, Jim. They lost to him last year.
What does that have to do with anything? Kyler Murray has done nothing in like years.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, I'm taking Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Bo Nix, I'm taking Bryce Young. Aaron Rodgers, I'm taking Bryce Young. That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only one for me would be Jalen Hurts, but yeah, all the rest of those guys, I can see the argument for it. That and Brock Purdy. I mean, I'm not a Brock Purdy fan, but he somehow wins games.
Yeah, I mean, this year's a big year for Bryce. Our defense has got better in free agency and the draft. Our offense got better, and it's time. Like, this is it.
He's got to come out and start out good this year.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like even last year, like we started out whatever it was, like horribly.
Yeah.
1-4 maybe. You have to start fast. So segueing into that, like going into the actual schedule of the Panthers, we got the Bears week 1, Falcons week 2, Browns week 3, Lions Sunday Night Football week 4. I think worst case scenario there is 2-2.
Okay.
I think that's worst case scenario. Like I said, I think week 1 is definitely just
week
one of those up in the air. Yeah, it's like anything could happen, and everybody's going to overreact.
Yep.
So a part of, like, if I'm being conservative, it's 2-2. I could see us losing to the Bears. We beat the Falcons, we beat the Browns, please, and then Lions, which is a home game on Sunday Night Football. We don't know what the Lions are going to be like. They had a horrible year last year, so it just depends. So worst case scenario, 2-2 going into our early week 5 bye week.
Yeah.
Which I could live with. And if we go 3-1, great. Like, that's setting up really well for like that middle stretch where it's a pretty tough 4-game stretch where we have the Eagles, Bucks, Packers, Broncos.
Yeah.
Which is tough. So that's kind of how I see it with the Panthers. And I'm looking forward to this season. Let's jump over to the Cardinals. And you can give your spiel. But first, before we get into the schedule, realistically, first glance, like
being
realistically,
dead ass.
What is best case scenario?
I think best case scenario for me is 3 wins at the very most.
So
it comes at the end of the year.
So you would be like, okay, end of the season comes. Arizona Cardinals have won blank games.
Mm-hmm.
What, fill in the blank with a number, would you sit down and be like, you know what? That was above my expectations. I'll take it.
Above would be 5 games. 100%. Yeah.
5 games.
So if they squeaked out 2 extra games, I think they beat the Jets. I think you have a reasonable chance to beat the Raiders. And what was the other team that I thought and the Saints. And it's literally Jets, Saints, Raiders at the end of the year, and then the Niners to finish.
And obviously you think about like Jacoby Brissett might not even be.
Listen, at this point,
that's so funny that he's holding out. At this point,
dude, it's so crazy for me. Okay, I don't understand. You're a career backup. You're gonna be named the starter. Okay, that's because there's no one else, and you decide to hold out. Dog, I think Gardner Minshew's hurt.
Carson Beck.
Listen, I'm not kidding. Start Carson Beck. I don't care. I want to see what he looks like. And honestly, for me this year, I don't care. I want to see if Carson Beck is someone you can try to build behind. And if he's not, then just go out there, win 3 games, pick up Archie Manning, Dante Moore, Chambliss. I don't care.
So,
that's this year for me.
Yeah, so this is a year where you're thinking ahead to the 2027 draft on what
100%.
quarterback to draft. Okay.
Yeah. This is a potential, player potential year for me. I want to see what Jeremiah Love looks like. I think you could have Carson Beck come in. I mean, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can go 1-6. And if you're 1-6, 1-5, put in Carson Beck. Don't put in Minshew. Take out Jacoby. I don't care. I want to see Carson Beck play.
I was gonna say, usually teams put in the rookie after the bye week. You guys have a late bye week, week 14.
Yes, week 14.
I don't see it happening, and usually, or it's after a little Thursday night bye week, right? So you think about that, and then you're like, maybe we put him in, but you guys don't have a primetime game this year, which is deserved because you're going to be
no primetime.
I don't see. I mean, even going through week 1 through 4, Chargers, Seahawks, 49ers, Giants, L's all around.
Dude, yeah.
Maybe a miracle against the Giants. I wouldn't even say it's a miracle. I am not on the Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo bandwagon.
Yeah.
So maybe it's in New York though, so you're flying across the country.
Hey, but no talk. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a special guest on the pod right now.
This would be my boy Asher.
Asher Harris, Chad's youngest son. He's gonna chill for a little bit. So welcome
a few minutes, buddy,
to the podcast. So yeah, I mean, looking through the schedule, it's not looking good at all for the Cardinals. I think you have, let's see.
Hold on, buddy.
You have dude, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I think you can only
it has to be the last 3 games out of the 4. Yeah, that's
and I just don't think you I just don't think
but it looks kind of different.
Jets, Saints, Raiders. Jets are the best. I think the Saints are going to be decent. I think they'll blow you guys out of the
I
water.
think the Saints are going to be fine. I'm just saying, if you're going to tell me which games I think they could possibly win, I think the 5 games would be the Giants game, the Commanders, Jets, Saints, Raiders.
Yeah. Real quick before we get off of here, I will say, if any of you that are watching are betting men, women, whatever, the Panthers, I think right now on FanDuel are projected to be dead last in the NFC South, and that is a ridiculous thing. So I would bet. This is not advice. I am not I am not liable for any of this. I would bet your entire house on the Panthers winning that.
Oh my God.
I think they're going to win it, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close.
Did you see the line for the Chargers Cardinals game?
No,
bro. They have.
Is it 400?
They have.
Is the spread 400?
Come on. No, it's at LA, but they're an 11.5 underdog.
That's honestly less than I thought. I thought it would at least be 2 touchdowns. I know the NFL is always close. So it might even 13. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Quick pod, 30 minutes. We busted through it. Any last words, Chad, about anything that we talked about?
Not really. Other than the fact that, I mean, like I said before, I just want to see what the Cardinals have. Other than that, I don't have much hope for this year.
Yeah, we can get into our official record for our teams next pod.
Yep.
Panthers are plus 300 to win the NFC South.
Are they really?
Bucks are plus 190, so they're favored. Falcons are plus 320, so which is crazy to me.
The Cardinals, dog.
To do what? To lose every single game? I'd actually bet the house on them to go defeated.
Come on,
I don't, dude. Imagine them not winning an entire game. So $100
I don't know if I can
on the
watch football
Carolina
after that.
No, $100 on the Carolina Panthers will net you. You'll win 300. Which I don't see. That is not a bad bet to me.
I don't think it's a bad bet either. Yeah.
Yeah. Final words for me. I think Bryce Young's gonna play great this year. I think maybe not top 3 MVP for sure, but I think he's gonna creep himself into for sure a maybe low teens, sneak into the top 10 quarterback rankings.
All right, that's a little sketchy for me.
And I think Teteroa McMillan is going to really break out this year, and it's going to be a good season. Not for the Cardinals, so have fun watching those dudes. Cool. Well, we appreciate you guys watching. We will be back later this week to discuss some more sports stuff, but later.
Yeah, we need to talk about Shea winning MVP too.
We can talk about that too, even though I don't want to. We'll talk about it. All right. That's it for today. Later.